Nvidia, the brain of the AI revolution. In the mid-1990s, computer graphics were primitive. But in 1993, three engineers, Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Preem, founded Nvidia with one goal: to make computers see. Their focus wasn't on CPUs or software, but on a new kind of chip, the GPU, designed to process massive amounts of data visually. Their first big break came in 1999 with the GeForce 256, the world's first GPU. It revolutionized gaming, but Nvidia's true legacy was still ahead. When deep learning and artificial intelligence began to rise, Nvidia's GPUs suddenly became the brain of it all. Neural networks needed massive parallel processing power, and Nvidia already had it. Today, Nvidia powers the world's most advanced AI systems, from self-driving cars to ChatGPT-like models. Their chips run in nearly every major data center on Earth. In 2024, Nvidia reached a valuation of over $2 trillion, making it one of the most valuable companies in history. Their annual revenue is now around $60 billion, with profits surpassing $25 billion, driven almost entirely by demand for AI chips like the H100 and upcoming Blackwell series. Nvidia isn't just a chip maker, it's the fuel for the AI era. Microsoft, the empire that never fell. Few companies have survived and thrived across as many technological eras as Microsoft. Founded in 1975 by Bill Gates and Paul Allen, Microsoft began with a vision to put a computer on every desk and in every home. Their operating system, MS-DOS, became the backbone of early personal computers. But it was Windows, launched in 1985, that truly changed everything. By the 1992, Windows and Office software made Microsoft a household name. Gates became the world's richest man, and Microsoft became synonymous with computing itself. But when the world shifted to the internet and mobile, Microsoft stumbled, failing to capture the smartphone wave that Apple dominated. Then came Satya Nadella, appointed CEO in 2014. He transformed Microsoft into a cloud-first company. Services like Azure, Teams, and Office 365 turned the company around, making it a leader in enterprise and cloud computing. Today, Microsoft is worth over $3 trillion, competing closely with Apple for the title of the most valuable company on Earth. Its annual revenue exceeds $240 billion, with profits around $80 billion. From Windows to Xbox, from LinkedIn to AI partnerships with OpenAI, Microsoft isn't just surviving, it's defining the future of work and technology all over again. Apple, the cult of design and innovation. No brand on this list captures loyalty and emotion quite like Apple. Founded in 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne in a California garage, Apple's story is a saga of creativity, rebellion, and reinvention. Apple began with personal computers, but its destiny changed in 2001 with the iPod, and again in 2007 with the iPhone, a device that changed how humans interact with technology. The iPhone's sleek design, simple interface, and powerful ecosystem made it more than just a phone. It became a symbol of identity and innovation. Under Tim Cook, Apple shifted from revolutionary products to perfecting an ecosystem. iPhones, MacBooks, Apple Watches, AirPods, and services like iCloud and Apple Music, all seamlessly connected. In 2024, Apple became the first company to surpass $3 trillion in market value, a number once thought impossible. It now generates over $380 billion in annual revenue, with profits exceeding $100 billion more than the GDP of some nations. Every year, millions line up for their next iPhone, not because they need it, but because Apple has turned technology into desire. It's not just a company, it's a lifestyle. Amazon, the everything store. It began in 1994 with books. A young entrepreneur named Jeff Bezos left his Wall Street job to sell books online, operating out of his garage in Seattle. His company was called Amazon, named after the largest river in the world because he believed his business could become just as vast. By the early 2000s, Amazon wasn't just selling books anymore, it was selling everything. Electronics, clothes, groceries, anything you could think of. But the real genius of Amazon wasn't just in retail, it was in its infrastructure. To handle its own website traffic, Amazon built an internal cloud system and later realized it could sell that infrastructure to others. That decision created Amazon Web Services, AWS, now the backbone of the modern internet. From Netflix to NASA, thousands of companies rely on AWS to store, process, and scale their data. Today, Amazon earns over $570 billion in annual revenue, with profits around $40 billion. AWS alone generates most of that profit, while the e-commerce side continues to dominate global retail. Jeff Bezos once said, "Your margin is my opportunity." And that philosophy turned Amazon from an online online bookstore into one of the most powerful entities on Earth. Alphabet, the company that knows everything. Type a question, and within seconds, you have an answer. That's the magic of Google, a company that reshaped how humanity accesses information. Founded in 1998 by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in a Stanford dorm, Google began as a search engine called Backrub. Its mission, to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible. It did more than that. Google's clean design, lightning-fast results, and intelligent ranking system made it the default gateway to the internet. Google it became a phrase and then a reflex. But Google didn't stop at search. Under its parent company, Alphabet, it expanded into every digital frontier. YouTube, Android, Google Maps, Gmail, and Google Cloud. Each one has billions of users. Today, Alphabet makes around $310 billion in annual revenue, with profits around $80 billion. The majority comes from advertising every search, every video view, every click analyzed and optimized. Now, Google is diving deep into AI with Gemini, its advanced AI model designed to compete in a future powered by intelligence and automation. Alphabet's dominance isn't just in products, it's in information itself. If data is the new oil, Google is the refinery of the digital age. Meta, the architect of connection. It started in a Harvard dorm room in 2004. Mark Zuckerberg and his roommates built a simple site for students to connect called the Facebook. Within months, it exploded beyond college campuses, and by 2012, Facebook had become the largest social network in history. But Zuckerberg's ambitions didn't end there. He acquired Instagram and WhatsApp, turning Meta into a global social empire. Billions use its platforms every day to communicate, share, and connect. Then came the next leap, the metaverse. In 2021, Facebook rebranded as Meta, signaling its vision for the next digital frontier, a virtual world where people could work, play, and exist through avatars. While that dream is still unfolding, Meta's grip on global communication remains unmatched. In 2024, Meta's annual revenue hit around $135 billion, with profits over $40 billion, largely from advertising across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Together, these six companies generate more than $1.7 trillion in yearly revenue, more than the GDP of most nations. Their technologies power everything from smartphones to satellites, from entertainment to education, from cloud computing to artificial intelligence. The legacy of innovation. Each company began with a dream and a problem to solve. Nvidia wanted computers to think. Microsoft wanted to empower every user. Apple wanted technology to feel human. Amazon wanted to deliver anything to anyone. Google wanted to make information free. And Meta wanted to connect the world. Individually, they changed industries. Together, they redefined civilization. Their dominance is more than financial. It's cultural, technological, and even psychological. Our daily lives revolve around their creations. Our work runs on their systems, and our entertainment streams through their platforms. But what unites them all isn't just success, it's vision. The relentless pursuit of what's next. The chip, the cloud, the algorithm, the network. These are the modern elements of power, and these are the companies that control them. In the end, the story of these six titans isn't just about business. It's about how human ambition, innovation, and imagination built empires, not of stone or steel, but of code and connection. And as technology keeps evolving, one thing is certain: the next revolution, whatever it is, will likely begin in one of their laboratories.